Yo, IOTA is playing games, man. So apparently they aren't officially partnering with Microsoft. Apparently it's like a just a participant, so they're just working together with them, but they aren't actually an official partnership. So not too sure how the news media, they probably obviously using their like clickbait titles, using their marketing techniques, got out the word. They don't really care if it's a partnership or collaboration. They just heard working with Microsoft. They're like, yo, this has to be, some type of deal. But turns out it's not an official one and ends up dropping the price, not too bad, less than like 15-20%, but we can check coin market cap and it's only like 11 billion. So it's red right now, but it's literally $4 basically. But the funny thing is before this all this hype news was, it was literally like you see here the back here. Let's go back November. The market cap's like 2 billion, 3 billion give or take. So if you like a 2 billion right now, hit as high as what 13, and now it's only what 11. That's like a 5x evaluation for your company as far as market cap, which is in billions of dollars. So that's literally what is that like 9 billion in like a week due to fake news. So I don't know about you, but that's like it's funny how in crypto space it doesn't even matter if the news is true or not, but the fact that the hype can just literally sell like the hype can sell your coin. And the funny thing is I don't really pay attention too much to IOTA. I just knew it. I didn't really look too much into it. But then when I saw this Microsoft partnership, all this news, I actually started researching more into it. Learned that they're doing Tangle and all this crazy stuff. So it was like, it kind of was like a good thing on their side because I don't think people who are investing really care whether they're partnering with Microsoft or any crazy company. Like let's say they make something about Google, Apple, or any like big name thing. All they care about is if they're gonna make money from investing into their cryptocurrency. So it's kind of cool to see how fake news essentially can make a crypto price go up. So remember that. Learn that doesn't matter what the news is if the hype's following it, then I mean, I don't know. But the only problem is if it's a bad coin or if the news is like completely irrelevant, where it's like completely made up, then that could literally crash it too. So I mean, if they're obviously collaborating with Microsoft, but if it's like they're building some new technology with Google or Apple or something, let's say that, and then ends up being completely fake, that could basically crash and people like dump their coins. That's bad, but it seems like IOTA is pretty established and market cap 5xing, like you can't complain with that, man. I'm sure the founder is like he's turning up right now. But check it out, Trading View. So draw some support lines. So here, around the 3.8 range, give or take, is some support. So because they say when it touches at least 3 times. So basically touching here, 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 and pretty much a bunch of here. So just depends and fluctuates, but I just use the most recent, closest one we can do. It seems like it's coming back up. So currently it has been downtrending for what is that? Past like day or two, and RSI it's not too low, so it doesn't seem like it's overbought or oversold. So we could see it potentially run back up, but then there's resistance here around the 4.9, basically the $5 range, give or take. So we probably have to see it break through that before it makes any new moves. But I mean, at this evaluation at 11 billion, just do the math. It would have to surpass the, because I think it's number 6 right now. If my computer wants to show me the coins, but yeah, Litecoin went lit, so that thing took over. So unless IOTA has some crazy news coming out, I don't know if it's gonna do much damage in the next few days. But obviously the fake Microsoft news kind of like made some people like scared, but it's not too bad really. It's not like that, like I guess damaging to them. But once that low's looking back, so if they were to break through the support and drop back down, it would have to be either some bad news, or we could just see like, I don't know, people just decide to sell it off. But so sports pretty much like in the 3.5 to like 3.8 range, we could see it come back, but we'll just have to wait and see throughout the week just because right now. But that's like overall IOTA price potential. So right now it doesn't seem like you can make too much percent gains, but if you look at the basically from the support resistance range, the give or take, depending on where you plot it, but it's like a 30% difference, and that's just from what, less than $4 to $5, give or take, like 3.8 to like 5 basically. But if you were to look at, imagine you got in here, which I'm sure a lot of the people who heard about it, they probably got in way lower, but just from here, just what is that, like less than 10 days or so, boom, that spike up to like right where the current price is right now. So it was like 100, 180, basically I rounded up to 200%. So that's pretty crazy. But if you would go to the top, basically 300%. So seeing that's potential gains. But I mean, right now it feels like it's been hyped up. As far as what's going to keep pushing it up, it's not going to be too much in my opinion for right now at least. Maybe 2018 we'll see some more gains, but right now I don't think it's going to be too crazy. But I just thought it was crazy that they didn't fake it, but the media outlets essentially portrayed it as a partnership, and the CEO apparently said, I never mentioned that, and technically he didn't, so he said participant, I believe. But anyway, either way, his little comment got them to 10x in market value, so take note if you are making an ICO or a cryptocurrency that certain words can literally 5x your company. But, aside from that, that's all I have today on IOTA. Let me know what price predictions you guys have for in 2018. Any crazy news, thoughts about it. And aside from that, if you guys are new, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and I'll catch you later. Peace.